Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's another episode of Freestyle Friday. Appreciate y'all tapping in with me. We're gonna go ahead and get it started. Let's run it.
What's up, everybody? What's going on, y'all? It's your man,
How's it
Spuggle.
going, everybody? This is Jordan Paul, and you're tapped in.
Straight back to the Country Fan Mail Podcast.
What's up? Already, y'all know what it is. Thank y'all for tapping in for another episode of Freestyle Friday, Country Fan Mail Podcast. And as y'all already know, I am one of the hosts, Clue Don. I'm here by myself today, but don't worry about nothing. Everything is okay. With that being said, how y'all week been? How y'all been doing? What's been going on with y'all? What's been happening? What's been cracking? All those good things. Thank y'all for asking. I know y'all asked me back. What's been going on with you this week, Clue? A lot. Just dropped a super dope episode, super dope interview that we did with the homie Cartier Cody, aka the Wavy Dad, one of the super dope artists out here in Sacramento. We pulled up on his shop downtown, 2016 Del Paso Boulevard, here in northern Sacramento. Pulled up on him, had a super dope interview. If y'all haven't had the opportunity to check that out, this interview was really important to us because it was the first on-scene interview, on-site interview that we did, and it was not our first in-person interview, but only our second in-person interview. So it was really dope, and I put a lot of work into the editing, you know what I'm saying, and everything with the interview, and I kind of want to talk about that a little bit today, but we'll kind of keep going with the week. What else been happening with me? Sorry. What else been happening with me? I got to support one of my homies. As you see, rocking one of the homies. Shout out to the homie Spuggle out there in New York. He's been doing some really dope collabs with hats. So I think it's the Hat Club NYC up there. And I think that's the store. If I'm misquoting it, my bad. There might be another store, but either way, he dropped some dope hats. It's got this Popeye joint, literally kind of has that Popeye nostalgic feel to it. The green on the brim and the Philly P and the white around the brim of the All-Star joint. It glow in the dark. It's wavy. Pun intended. But yeah, man. So we out here. We out here. What else been going on this week? So I wasn't sure if I was gonna make a big deal of. I'm not gonna make too much of a big deal about it on this page. It's probably more so for the Not Transition Ready podcast. But today is day 6 of me deciding to be sober for a while. Clearly it's not from smoking weed, but from alcohol. It was a lot of things that kind of brought me to that decision. You know what I'm saying? One of them was, if y'all haven't already seen the super dope conversation that I had with Cartier Cody, the interview that I'm talking about. But outside of that, pretty much I just kind of got to a place where I kind of started to realize that alcohol was literally just it was a way for me to run away from things. It was a way for me to to numb myself out so I wouldn't have to actually deal with things head on when it was actually happening. And it's been a minute. It's been a long time, since that's kind of been a thing. So yeah, I was just like, you know what, I gotta kind of dry myself out for a little bit, and just kind of sit out there, see what's up under, dry it out, start picking the scab, see what's up under there, so I can kind of start doing some work. So I like to be transparent and real on here, because especially when being however you want to call it, hip hop journalist, curator, whatever you want to say, like being somebody who talks to all these artists, I want them to be real with me. I want them to be vulnerable with me. So I can't be anything but that, especially on my platform, if I'm going to expect that in return, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what that is. So like I said, I'm on day 6. I feel great, for real. If I'm being honest with you, yeah. Every day there's been a moment where it's like, damn, I want a beer, you know what I'm saying? And I want to take a shot, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. And it's, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know it's what I need. I know it's gonna make me feel better. It's gonna make me, so I kind of, get my mind right. You feel me? I feel like, it's funny. It's crazy how, everybody's phones and everything, technology be listening to them, because and it's crazy because I feel like I hadn't actually even said this shit out loud yet, but I started seeing all these shorts and videos on YouTube and stuff about people with addictions, and there was a few people on there that were 30-year alcoholics, and they were showing how they like hide their alcohol from their spouse and how they do all this, and it was just like it was shifty, man. It was shifty and it was shady, and even made me think about the moment. There was a moment that I even thought that I didn't want to show Shay just how much I had drank. It's not that she didn't know that I was drinking. I didn't want to show how much I had drank, but that moment that video made me think about that moment, and I was like, nah, I don't know. I don't know if this is it. I don't know if this is, what I'm saying? Like, I can't live like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, I can't see myself being like, I'll never drink again in life. I can't say it like that. I don't know if this is 30 days, 60 days, 6 months, 6 years. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally taking it a day at a time. That's some of the best advice that I got is literally just taking it a day at a time. You feel me? And next I would like to get into kicking my nicotine habit, because I do have a nicotine habit as well, but one thing at a time. You feel me? Anyways, quick segue. Drake, let's get into it. Drake dropped his album today, For All the Dogs. So, what's going on, Chris? Appreciate you, G. Yeah, so I listened to the album maybe twice, maybe 3 times completely through. I haven't went to any specific tracks. Cause that's usually what I do after I listen to the album a couple times all the way through. Then I'll kind of go through and like look at a track that I think might look interesting and then click on it, kind of figure out my favorite tracks, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna tell you my expectations going into the album, and I'm gonna tell you my expectations after I've heard it a few times. Going into the album, with Drake being on tour, he's literally been touring everywhere. I don't know if he's even still on tour. He might be off tour right now. But with him being on tour and literally going everywhere, I was actually like, I wonder how this is, like, what's gonna come of this, because he's on tour. Like, you know what I'm saying? How much music, how much decent, good quality music can you do while you literally touring the world? And then on the other hand, I was like, he's on tour. He has an opportunity to pull up and deal and really tap into a different side, you know what I'm saying? Different energy, right? First couple listens, the album is okay. It's mid. Nothing has really nothing has drew me in like I really was kind of wanting it to do, especially before I had heard the album. I seen, something about Drake saying that he was taking a hiatus from music after this album, so just kind of chill. So I was hoping that, before you would take that hiatus, you was going to drop something that was just kind of like something to coast you, because I feel like when Kendrick took a hiatus, regardless if he stated it or not, when he took that hiatus after Damn, it was after Damn. Damn was like the biggest thing he had dropped at that point, maybe outside of the Pimp a Butterfly. So it's like, I feel like outside of having to ride the train of that joint album he did with 21 Savage, that was probably a better album for him to decide to take a hiatus afterwards, in my personal opinion. But then he had the tour in there. I mean, it's like, that's just my I probably wouldn't even have dropped an album after the tour. But once you're at Drake's status, one thing that is completely understood and realizes that niggas is gonna listen to it anyway. I did. Everybody else did. The critiques, the haters did. The lovers did. You know what I'm saying? Fans and all right, we're good. We're good. Almost had almost dropped the mic, the blunt, and the iPad all at the same time. Man. But yeah, like I said, when you Drake, people gonna listen to it. People gonna vibe with you either way. Something else that I've been checking out. This guy, what's his name? Romderful. It is ROM Derful, like wonderful, but just switch it with ROM. Don't ask me to spell it. I'm terrible at spelling. But anyways, Look him up, check him out. My homie Swanky Swagger. I've actually had him on an interview before. A really dope dude. I really appreciate him. In music, he's a hornist, and he played the horns on this cat, one of this cat, maybe even a few of this cat songs. I'm not sure. I know it one for sure. And I listened to the album, and that album is so good. I cannot think of the name of the album off the top of my head right now. I think it's called Ice Cream something. Ice Cream something. I'm seeing it in my head, but his name is Romderful. Make sure that y'all go check him out. I had a real I had so many different feels from that vibe, from that song. I mean, from that album. Like it put me into like a Zoe foreign exchange type of vibe, but then it also kind of had it had a modern or kind of like a modern R&B kind of super dope. Make sure y'all go check him out. And then also Tanner Adele. I think we mentioned her on the last Freestyle Friday. But if y'all like country music, or if y'all would like to have if y'all would be ever interested in listening to country and y'all want to have something to kind of ease you into it, you know what I'm saying? You don't want something that's going to take you too far away from your streets, but at the same time, you might want to go look at a horse. Go listen to Tanner Adele. It is a TANNERADELL, from my understanding. She's a young black country artist from LA or from Southern Cali, surrounding area, and she makes country music, and it's like it got a bop to it. Like she got the kick, she got the 808s in it, but it's still country music. I'm pretty sure her album is called Buckle Bunny. I wasn't even sure what a Buckle Bunny was before I heard Tanner Adele. And I'm not saying that, I don't, like I said, I'm still understanding what it is. I'm not saying that she coined the phrase. It's probably been around for a long time, but that even goes to add to what can happen when you have reach, or when you have representation is the word I was looking for. When you have representation in other cultures, then you can help other cultures understand it. Because like I said, the people who've been rocking with country for a long time, white folk, they probably knew what the Buckle Bunny was. Black people who don't listen to country and who not in that culture, we're not going to know that. But thanks to Tanner Adele, now I feel like I can reason and communicate with my country brethren a bit more, because I know what a Buckle Bunny is. So, Ice Cream Clones. Thank you so much, Chris. Yes, Ice Cream Clones for the homie Rounderful. Make sure that you check out that album. I was like, is Ice Cream Cones? Ice Cream Clones. But yeah, make sure y'all check out Tanner Adele, Buckle Bunny, doing her thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta bring this up. So, my homie, another cat I've had on the podcast. So when I tell y'all, like, before I get into this is the whole thing. There's the whole reason why we say fan of a fan, right? We actually are really fans of the people, or we become fans of the people that we have come onto the show. And we do that for two reasons. Two, because people that we have on the show, we're generally interested in, like, their stuff. Two, if it's different when somebody's trying to tell you about music when they're a fan versus when they're not a fan. When they can actually explain to you for real, like the ins and outs of the artistry, and like what, what it made you feel, versus being like, like nobody actually tells you to listen to music unless they're a fan of it. Like, I don't think anybody, even if you're a fan of how bad it is, and you tell somebody, yo, you should listen to this shit sucks, you're a fan of how bad it is. I don't know if y'all ever think about that. Nobody's ever going to suggest music to you. And I don't know if music is maybe the only art in which this relates to, but nobody's ever going to suggest music to you unless they're a fan of it first. And that's literally what we trying to do. That's why our phrase is where a fan makes a fan. So anytime that we talk about these artists, trust me, there's a lot of passion behind it. But anyways, before I get on this ramble, big homie 4200 Corey out there in Indianapolis. That is 4200 space KORY. Man, y'all need to go look at his YouTube right now. He just did the craziest freestyle over you will never find like my, not that song. That's the one for Friday, but it's the Barry White joint, the doom doom doom. But he's freestyle. Listen. Like if you just want to hear bars, but not like they like the reason why I like 4200 Corey, and I really like when he taps in and he does those freestyles over those different tracks, is because he doesn't try to overpower the track with his vernacular or with his flow or with his cadence. What he puts into it literally almost makes it seem like it was supposed to be a feature on the song. It doesn't even matter what time period it was done in, and it's crazy. Like, I don't know, like I really want y'all to kind of listen to it, so maybe y'all can tell me if y'all kind of get the same thing. But anyways, like I said, his name is 4200 Corey. That is 4200 Kory. That's the homie. He's out there in Indianapolis. Like I said, had him on the show as well. Maybe about almost 2 years ago. It's been a little minute, but yeah, we're definitely gonna be tapping in again. They have him back on the show. But yeah, he dropped that freestyle, and that shit goes stupid. But we talked about a lot of new artists. What are some other artists? I mean, we didn't talk about a lot of new artists actually. Trying to think of some other shit that I've been listening. Another track that I've been playing over and over again. It's Okay by Sir featuring I'm sorry. It is D Smoke featuring Sir. And I had to get it correct just because it is Sir's song. But if y'all don't know that family, D Smoke, Sir, if you know D Smoke the rapper and you know Sir the singer, put them two together, they're brothers. They actually are brothers in real life, like blood brothers. Like, actually, like, if you look at them, that's why they look alike. So them two, they got a song out right now called It's Okay. And it's a vibe. And the video, I'm big on YouTube. I'm a YouTube head, so I watch a lot of videos. The video itself, dope as hell. It's a vibe. But what really brings it all together is at the end of the video, because they're in Hawaii, right? And it's like no craziness. Just like, maybe there might be at the most 8 people in that video shoot, like at any given time, right? Really chill shit, but it's beautiful. At the end of the video, they bring it all together, and across the screen it says, "We own this land." I just got chills saying that shit. It was like, "We own this land," and I was like, "What?" And then, but when you go back and you listen to the song, they're talking about, "Baby just got done with escrow, like, baby mama got a new job." They say it in the song. But anyways, it was just beautiful seeing, what I'm saying, like, for one, brothers in the culture literally buying land, what I'm saying, together in Hawaii. It's just crazy. I love seeing shit like that. A lot of people that really don't care about shit like that, but me personally, I love it because, what I'm saying, one day it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be it's up. But yeah, like I said, we're not gonna be on here too long today. What I'm saying, Pisces in there. We got an event tonight that we're pulling up to. So yeah, if y'all are in Northern Sacramento, Locanacameco. If y'all are in Northern Sacramento and y'all want to go ahead and pull up, make sure y'all pull up to 2016 Del Paso Boulevard. That is Best Coast Vintage. That is a homie store down there. That is Cartier Corey. Pull up on him. There's gonna be a dope event going on tonight. And also make sure that y'all tap in with our interview. We just dropped our interview on the channel. It is our first in-person and on-site interview. So yeah, it was really, really dope, really, really dope experience. I did a lot of editing. I added some things in there, which is my last point before I sign out. So when y'all look at the interview, what I'm saying, you'll see things different. I'm saying, I added we did some different angles. I added some other like cinematic things to kind of make the interview kind of come together a little better. And because I'm learning new things, what I'm saying, that 30-minute interview, or the 30 minutes of the interview that is up, took me probably about 6.5 hours to edit. And this is not 6.5 hours of like me doing other shit. Like, this is actually 6.5 hours of me not really doing anything else but being on the bike at the gym. Shay even drove to the gym because I'm editing it, out smoking. I took a shower. What I'm saying? Outside of that, I was literally like doing that for 6.5 hours just for 30 minutes. Now, a lot of people might look at the editing and be like, "Damn, it took you 6.5 hours to do that," but it's fine because I'm doing it all myself. It's a process. I'm gonna get better. But my point is that if you see the difference, is what's going on, and you see that what can be done to it, And if you want to assist us in doing that and actually, you know what I'm saying, getting the watermarks over those images, off of those images that we were using, actually being able to get music in the backgrounds of some of our stuff like that. If you want to assist in that, because the shit is expensive. This shit is expensive, you know what I'm saying? Paying for all those subscriptions, you know what I'm saying? We already pay for a subscription for the editing service that we have now, paying for a subscription with StreamYard that you see us broadcasting on now. We're utilizing our phone and our internet that we're paying for already on now. We have other subscriptions in which they help us find artists more. We have the podcast subscriptions. We have, I mean, it adds up. It has up more. So even trying to fathom adding another 15, sometimes 30, sometimes even $50 a month onto something that, if I'm being 100% honest right now, currently is not actually bringing in anything. It's a hard ass, especially when so much has already been put out there so much. So, you know, usually, and this is, you know what I'm saying, just myself, I have never really been wanting to actually reach out and ask, you know what I'm saying, ask for like a not necessarily a crowdfunding type thing or whatever. I've never wanted to kind of do that. But at the same time, I understand that if there are people really out there that want to see me grow, or people really out there that maybe not even be tapped in with what's going on, but still actually want to actually see what me and Shay are building together, then maybe they won't have an issue with contributing. So I'm gonna figure out some type of way. It's not gonna be like no weird sketchy shit. It ain't gonna be like hit my Cash App, you know, so it'll be something legit, some type of subscription service, whether it be through we thought about going through Patreon at one time. They have, you know, other different you know, things like that we can do, even something maybe through YouTube eventually once we get to that level. So yeah, stay on the lookouts for that. It's definitely going to be happening. And like I said, we're not trying to, it's not like you won't be able to watch our interviews unless you subscribe. No, everything is going to stay as it's been. Freestyle Friday will still be here. Our interviews will still drop there, but in that subscription, you might get early access to the interviews. You might get to watch this interview has been sitting on YouTube since Tuesday, and it just dropped today at 12. So you might be able to watch the interview as soon as it's uploaded, or be able to see behind the scenes footage. We have so much footage behind the scenes from artists and stuff like that. Some stuff, you know, very little amount of that stuff that we will never drop, but there's some stuff that's just like behind the scene footage of us just chopping it up and having extra conversations, questions I wish I had asked when the camera was on, you know, all these things, super dope stuff. So yeah, make sure that y'all look out for that. It's going to be something that we want to make sure that also, not just that, you know, we're going to be working on some sort of merch, whether it's just, you know what I'm saying, something simple like a sticker, something like that, you know. So I'm working on something. So stay on the lookout for that, and keep fucking with us, keep dealing with us. We are not just on YouTube, something that I've been forgetting to promote. We're not just on YouTube. We are on Freestyle Friday is mainly on YouTube, but all the interviews are also found on all podcast streaming platforms. That is Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all that. So yeah, with that being said, I really appreciate y'all. Like, it's really dope. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with another episode of Freestyle Friday. Hopefully I wasn't too low energy. I feel like I've been kind of up and down this whole thing, but yeah, like I said, we got some shit to do today, and it's been a long week. I appreciate all y'all support, and with that being said, signing out of this Uncle, where a fan makes a fan.
What's up, everybody? What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Fact.
How's it going, everybody? This is Jordan Paul, and you're tapped in.
Straight